Hello, hello, hello. So, as promised, I'm kind of live, kind of not, but you'll see me today, November 27th, 2023, Stephanie Graham, Sewpreneur.com, and I'm almost done, I promise. Angelica, can you give me that tree and that gingerbread man for a minute?
Yeah.
So, I did my first craft show in over 13 years on Small Business Saturday. And I took one of my daughters, Savannah, with me. Thank you, Angelica. And she was there to sell her paintings. And I took some odds and ends. And I'll show you, I have two of the items. And I'll tell you why I only have two in my possession, or actually three right here. This, let's see here. Not the bulbs, just this little table quilt here. This is one of the ones I made to sell. So go to sewpreneur.com, get on the newsletter if you're interested in turning if you're a sewing enthusiast that wants to go from hobbyist to sewpreneur, go to sewpreneur.com. Okay, so anyways, it was Small Business Saturday. It was held in Ohio. I won't give you the town. It was a fundraiser event for Toys for Tots. The booth fee was $25. We needed our vendor's license, that was $25. And then I took some odds and ends like crafts and upcycled kind of keepsake items. I had several lookers and they were there to get ideas for their own business. I used to be one of those people, so I know exactly why they were hovering over my booth. And then the show was a flop. So, and I'll explain why. Last year, there was over 60 vendors, I should say. More than half were handmade items. There were a few MLM companies, but the majority were handmade crafters like me. Nobody had what I had for sale, but there was a lot of duplicates like tumblers, beaded pins, purses, wallets, a lot of crocheted items, but really nobody else that sold what I sold. There were two other teddy bear makers, but the one only sells, they're actually not a memory bear, but she kind of was using that name, and it was more of just like teddy bears. Like she would go buy bolts of fabric and make teddy bears and sell them. So that's not a keepsake. And that's not a memory bear, it's just a teddy bear maker. And then the other person had, Angelica, was there another memory bear lady there?
Yes.
What did she have on her table?
Bears and blankets.
Okay. Were they made out of clothes or just fabric from a bolt?
Looks like fabric.
Okay, so another one. So those two were not technically memory bear makers or keepsake business owners. Let's see here. I did not take any of my keepsakes. Well, for one, I don't have them because I make them and sell them to the customer, right? But I did take my business information and I handed out flyers. My daughter Savannah went to every single vendor and handed out a flyer, and I wish I would have kept one to show you, but I will try to get the digital version and put it on a YouTube short. So be sure to watch my shorts and you'll see them. But one of the things, I had 4 of these that I made. The front is made out of a quilt and the back is made out of flannel. So I had 4 trees, and this was the popular item of the booth for people to want to copy and get ideas from. So there you go. It's my own pattern, but just draw a tree and cut it out nice and thick, and it's 2-sided. And then the other item, and this is a pattern that I make, and is my little primitive gingerbread man, and that's his little vintage. I source vintage bulbs, Christmas bulbs. So anyways, this is my pattern, and he still smells a little bit like cinnamon, and so that's a hand crocheted heart. Anyways, those, I had 4 of him, sold one. But anyways, I did not gross any money. I did make back my vendor fee and my transient vendor's license fee. Again, those were each $25. I have a YouTube short of what the booth looked like, so be sure to watch the YouTube shorts posted over the weekend. So that was November 25th, 2023, so you can look through the shorts for that. The idea was for me is to see exactly what shows look like nowadays. Like I said, it was over 13 years ago I did a show, and I haven't done a home show, a private showing in even longer. Like, because my business is literally teaching online. I did walk away with some ideas I can share that I will be sharing with my students if they do choose to set up at shows and pop-up shops. So I will share those to my students and probably on this channel throughout the winter season. I want to gather all my notes first and try to come up with a better format than a shaky camera. So hopefully you're not getting motion sickness here. But Angelica, could you do something for me real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I want to show my audience the tags, the price tags that I made. I left one on my desk.
Oh, good.
So I made these SVG files, and an SVG file is something that is a file created for like a Cricut machine. I don't have a Cricut. I have a Brother design and cut and one of the old models, and it works just fine. I don't have anything new and fancy. But if you're interested in the file, I will be selling the file in my Etsy shop. Etsy is Sewpreneur, so please go over there while you can to get the planner and the books. And now these little teddy bear shaped heads, I have 2 sizes, and then you can always resize it if you want. But they will be for sale. Not these, but the file, so you can cut your own, will be in the Etsy shop this week. So that way you can have some unique tags. I also have the template of the flyer that I created. I will be selling the template as well. So you really want to go there for your Keepsake Sewing Business resources. And looks like I need some toothpicks to keep my eyes open, right? It was a long weekend. It was a good weekend. And on a personal note, I was able to go to the parade with my grandson. He's not quite 2 years old yet, and that was a lot of fun. I haven't been to a parade in years, and the weather was decent. It was cold here in Ohio, but it wasn't, it was dry, and it was nice, and it was a cute parade. So anyways, that's kind of how the craft show went. I did not gross any money, but at least I'm not in the negative now. So I made enough to cover the expenses and the odds and ends that I had to pack or had to create and take to fill up space. So definitely go to the YouTube shorts on my channel to actually see what the booth looked like and all the products that I took. Bye guys.